Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to our Hardcore Survival series. I'm Legion66, and today we're back by the main base. It's been a little while since we've started an episode over here. So off screen, I guess I had spent a whole bunch of time collecting bees' nests. I'd mentioned I had wanted to do some stuff with the honey, and I wanted to make like a little bee house. So the first thing you'll notice, there are a whole bunch more bees there. I ended up finding another flower biome way that way, almost, I think, pretty close to the jungle. And I found a couple in a birch forest. So I think I'll use these two, although I'm not sure if these two actually have bees in them. But I guess I'll find out in a little bit. But since I was also over by the jungle, I had made a couple friends. So I brought back a couple parrots. Actually, I brought back 4 parrots. So it's not too bad because the jungle is actually pretty close. Pretty close to the nether portal, so not too bad to just lead them with, I guess, put 2 on your shoulder and lead them with seeds. But okay, I'm so glad I have my elytra on. I was so worried. The main reason I brought the parrots over was because I'd seen a cool design, so I wanted to make my little take on. I now have a little bird bath and a little bird house for my little home here, so you can keep flying around, do whatever you do. And it just adds to the design a little bit. I kind of like it there. So I'm pretty sure that's a macaw. Maybe they're all macaws. I don't know. You are a blue macaw. But yeah, so I did bring home the parrots, so they are enjoying life. And then I guess the other thing I spent a bunch of time doing. Can I make it? Oh, yes. Perfect. That was close. Where is it? That hill right there, I flattened off. And then, not really terraformed. I just think there's like a cool lake over here that I'll build like a bunch of buildings around. I might build like a house on this island here. Cliff face. I just like the overhang on the lake. So I did a little bit of mining, flattened this all out, and I'll put like a little cliff house here that can overlook all the buildings here. So we're going to do a little bee house. I think I have everything here except for, what am I missing? Except for the actual flowers. So at some point I'll have to go back and grab flowers just so the bees have flowers in here. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with what I've collected. So I'll get to building, and I think I want to build a couple of houses over here. So I'll build, well, I guess you'll have seen based on the little screenshot or the little thumbnail for the video. But this is going to be a giant bee. I was just going to face over that way, which will be cool because I'll be able to see it from my base, and it'll be facing over this area. So I'll do the bee here, and I think I'd seen a couple of really cool designs for like honeycomb houses. I'll just jump down. And I think it would look really cool to have like I don't know if this is big enough to have like a couple of honeycombs, maybe 3 of them, or if I'll just do like one honeycomb house, which will be connected to the bee, and there'll be a little stair down. But either way, I guess it's time to get time lapsing. But I'll see you guys just as soon as this is done, okay? Okay, hey, and we're back. So, if you look right over there, it is done. Still got my elytra. Okay. So I think it looks really cool. Like, it's nothing too elaborate. It's not like some crazy huge design, but it is a cool bee. So let's land on this tall spruce, or tall oak rather. Okay, so it's just concrete, yellow, black, and brown, and blue for the eyes. Using the stained glass panes for the antenna, which is such a cool idea. Congrats. So I guess before we even get into that, I did have to go back. So the two beehives I had weren't actually the ones with the bees in them. So I went back, grabbed the two that had it, and then I grabbed two of the bees' nests. Sorry, the bees' nests I had weren't the ones that I had mined with bees in it. So I had to grab those, and then I grabbed two of the beehives that I've made that actually have bees in them. So I think there's like 7 bees in here now. But yeah, it's coming along really well. I'm so happy. And it looks kind of cool. The only downside, although you can't actually see it outside, doesn't show the smoke, but as soon as you go inside, I don't know how to, I guess you could just turn off particle effect. But there are a bunch of bees in here now, and I'm really happy with it. And in no time at all, I'll be getting bees for... I'm getting bees for... I'll be able to get the honey blocks. I'll be able to get the honeycomb blocks. It should be good. And I'm not entirely sure what you can use the honey in a bottle for. But, I don't know, it should be kind of cool. Okay, but it looks like it's just about nighttime, so I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you guys first thing in the morning. Okay, I'm up and at 'em. I think I need to get rid of this guy. Yeah. No, come back here. Do you? I do. I wonder if you'll come down the stairs with me. Maybe I can't go down the stairs like that. Awesome. Okay, cool. Because I guess I never actually gave it a fair chance. No! Sit down. Sit down. Yeah. No. Oh no. Well, looks like I lost that parrot. See you around. Oh man. There you go. Cool. Yeah, it was just a little weird having him in the bedroom. I guess I just definitely not used to it. No, this is so great. I'm so happy, and I'm pretty... Ooh, I don't actually have fires under these. I was like, I'm pretty sure these are all full now. But the bees are collecting crops. Maybe I will just replace these things with a little... Oh, I think if you have it... I think you can be like 5 down. It doesn't have to be like the block underneath. But I'm not sure. If anyone knows how these work, do let me know, because I have no idea how they work. I thought it was a super cool addition to the game when I heard about it, but I never actually learned exactly what it does. Okay, so I have a problem. Well, not exactly a problem. I'm looking for a way to use up my 200 levels. Like, if this was a normal thing in Minecraft, I would probably just do something super risky until I ended up dying. Oh, also, off camera, I went and I put a little border around this area. Just so it's a little more, I don't know, a little more put together. Now it's an actual, like, berry patch. Also, it's been a super long time since I've actually harvested this for food. I'm really happy with how we've been doing. Also, the fact that I have, like, unlimited source of food from the... Ow. That's awesome. From the Hoglin farm is amazing. But yeah, so like if this was a normal version of Minecraft, I would just do something like super risky until I ended up dying. But I can't really do that. Because if I die once, also, speaking of my unlimited source of food, I seem to need to go back there and visit it. But yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to do for more food, or sorry, what I'm going to do with those levels right now. Like I don't know if I want to enchant an entire like set of everything armor, which would be cool. There's a couple places where I want to put armor, especially like in the nether houses I'm building and the underwater houses I'm building. So maybe I'll do something out there. Just like enchant the sets of armor for decoration. But I think because this episode is coming out before the last one shows, or I'm filming this before the last episode shows, I don't actually know if you guys have a preference about projects for me to do next. Like the two big areas, or the two big options were, should I go to the desert biome or should I go to the desert or snow? Like should I be building desert builds? It's really cool. I have a couple of like Arabic themed ideas, which I'm super excited to do. And I have a whole bunch of like cool like ice fortress and all of those sweet ideas that I really want to get around to. So I think the next episode, or by the time I film the next episode, I will, depending on feedback, I will have an idea of what I want to do. So I'm really excited for that. But I did want to run back to the underwater biome. And I'm so incredibly happy with how that turned out. Like it just looks so neat. I enjoy my little house there. Also, I think I will go collect Hoglin the Piglin and zombified Piglins, just because I'd sort of tried to bring a Wither skeleton over here, but there's no way it's going to work. Like that's just going to take forever. Alright, this is where I dug that ancient debris up. But speaking of taking forever, I'm going to go run all the way back to the underwater biome. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit, okay? Okay, and made it. So, or I guess the other option is to actually finish this nether hallway hub. Right now it takes forever, and because it's only like 1 wide by 2 high, I can't use my fire rockets in it without constantly hitting the floor or the roof. I think in another map I'd actually glitched through a wall and I ended up dying. So I don't want to try that. So I do have the design laid out, or I do have the design mostly laid out for what I'm going to do here. So that might be one of the next projects I do. But I think actually I know what my next project is going to be. Because I've really grown to like this area. Oh, I'm glad I didn't wait around there. Whatever, you're not going to come get me. I'm going to build a house here. I know I had mentioned it when I like first got here. But that was before I made this into like a giant livable fun biome. Also, there's so many fishes there. I wonder bet I don't have a lot of them. But yeah, so I made a whole bunch of like houses that I really like that I have storage in and I have stuff I own in. But I think I'm actually going to build a house here, and it's going to be sort of like a little oceanfront property. It's going to be a little more airy. It's not going to be like super compact. It's definitely not going to feel medieval at all. But I'm looking forward to this. Nice. So it should be good. Probably next episode, I think that'll be the one project we do. But yeah, so I did actually have a question from a viewer about the big mansion. It was regarding plans for that. So let's go over there, talk about that, and then I think that'll probably be it for this episode. Just a small build, and we went over a bunch of the stuff that we're going to end up doing, which is all right. I guess not every episode needs to be some giant build like this mansion was. But yeah, so the viewer was asking what... I guess I never actually went inside and showed you guys, but what I had planned to do with this. But yeah, so like it's huge, and right now I guess as of right now I kind of do like this empty, hollow, giant husk type building. Like it's just so cool, and it looks like a deserted ruin of some sort. But I did mention, and I definitely do want to come in here and lay out kind of like the museum that I had mentioned a while ago. I know it's not going to be like the final museum on the map because a bunch of the stuff I want, like I did separate the dragon skull I got from the first end ship I found, and I do have the wither skeleton that I got from the first wither skeleton skull. Sorry, I do have the first wither skeleton skull I got from the first wither skeleton I killed, and a bunch of stuff, and I don't think those can survive underwater. Like I'm pretty sure they just pop off. So I will need to make an above ground museum, but I kind of want to do like an underwater museum here as well. And I don't know if I could do, like I wouldn't be able to do a good job, or this building wouldn't look nearly as cool if it was, if I like filled it all up and I put air inside here. So emptied all of the water from here. Because then I would need to block off the windows, and like even if I used glass, then the glass would bond or pair with these things, and then I wouldn't be able to go in, and then they just wouldn't look as good as it does now. But there are a bunch of like underwater stuff. Like I could actually grab my first beacon that's there, and I could put it in here. I could do a whole bunch of the water monument stuff I got, and there's a lot of stuff I could do with it. But I was thinking something along those lines. Like I would have a cool little, like, I don't know, upper office area here that would be for, I guess, for my guy, for the museum manager. So I think that's what's going to come along with this. Like I do have a bunch of time until I am even prepared to add an interior here. So if someone else has like a really cool idea about what I could do here, let me know. I'm willing to add or change my idea, but I think that's probably what's going to happen with this area. But yeah, every time I come back here, I'm like, okay, well, I had plans to do something else. Like I've wanted to do that beehive for a while. I've wanted to do that beehive for a while, but I think after I decided what I wanted to do for the beehive, I built that building, or maybe I built that building and that building and then the switch. So I don't know, like every time I come down here, I'm inspired, and I just love it, and I love swimming around here. Also, a bunch of people have mentioned how it's amazing, and they're like, oh, it's so cool, which it is. It's a lot of fun building down here. But honestly, on hardcore, I find it a lot safer to build down here. Like up top, you need to constantly be careful about it becoming nighttime. Otherwise, you need to run for bed, because if you're not careful, you're going to have like a creeper surprise you, or if you're building something high like also I'll get to that in a second, but if you're building something high, you'll have phantoms come and knock you off it. So there's a lot of ways to die hardcore above water. But if you're underwater, as soon as you have the beacon, there's like almost no risk. Like I guess the trident throwing zombies are pretty strong. They do a lot of damage even with armor, but they just move so slow, and it's super easy to avoid them. So I just really enjoy the building underwater. Like it's incredibly easy. Okay. But there is a reveal. So when I had built this in the 500 or being alive for 500 day episode, Oh, whatever. I can stand here. Okay, cool. Yeah, when I built this, I was alive for 500 day episode. I had been like, I don't know what to name it. Obviously, the Statue of Liberty. I don't want to like just use the same name. A couple of viewers, a couple of people had commented being like, it should just be the Statue of Hmmm-berty. So I think in honor of the villager, I think that's what it's going to be. I thought that was pretty funny. So we now have the Statue of Hmmm-berty. But yeah, so I think that's probably it for the episode. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Number one, it's a really good form of feedback for me. It lets me know you guys are enjoying what I'm putting out. And obviously that's great. I appreciate that. And then beyond that, it helps me grow the channel, which I really appreciate. And if you guys have any comments, whether it's about builds that I'm going to do over there right behind my head with the bee and that little alcove, whether it's about should I be focusing on the snow or the desert biome next, or if it's suggestions for my for the nether hub hallway. I love suggestions from you guys. And sometimes maybe I actually missed like a block over there. Sometimes I actually miss blocks while I'm building. So if you guys catch any of that, do let me know. Perfect. But I will see you guys next episode, okay? Take care. Have a great day.